Welcome to the PartyPoker.net World Cup of Pool. Over 30 teams competing for one trophy, and it's here in Rotterdam that the destiny of the World Cup of Pool will be decided. So far, it's been a successful start for the defending champions China, but India gave them a few scares on the way to an 8-6 victory. Switzerland through at the expense of Hong Kong. Korea looked impressive in beating Finland. Italy, as expected, beat Peru, while England caught the eye with a solid performance over Malta. But the pressure is now on the host nation and their A-team of Niels, Feijen and Nick van den Berg. Two vastly experienced players putting their reputations on the line for the sake of their country.
It would mean a lot to win this tournament, the World Cup of Pool, because we have never won a double title, and it would be nice to win it here in Holland.
Belgium's a good team. They got to the quarterfinals last year, and in the first round they beat the Holland B team, Alex and Rico, so we got to do some paying back now and set them straight.
But it's Belgium who are hell-bent on causing a little local friction by defeating the host nation.
We did all right last year, and I hope for the same. I think we are stronger than last year.
We are very good friends together. We played also last year, and we didn't really did something before this tournament, but we didn't either last year. So last year it went okay. We played a quarterfinal, and I think he's going to do okay. So
Belgium against Holland for a place in the last 16.
So Team Belgium looking to revive last year's quarter-final place. Team Belgium looking to revive their last year's quarter-final where they beat Team Holland B and Taiwan. And this is a great leg by Serge.
First rack, race to 8, alternate breaks. Belgium to break.
So a match that everyone here, all local fans have been waiting for. It's Belgium versus Holland A team. Feijen and van den Berg versus Noël Bruynooghe and Serge Das. Played very well in this event last year, did Team Belgium. And I guarantee you, Holland know they're going to have their hands full with this pair.
Definitely, Jim. And last year they were a real surprise because they substituted for Malaysia. And they beat Team Holland B, being myself and Rico Dix, and after that, Team Taiwan. But now they are known, and Niels and Nick know what to expect.
And last year, I remember too, Alex, Serge Das played so well. He was solid. And I had to apologize to Noël, try and get his pronunciation of his last name. You hit it spot on, and I mean, we've been calling him Noël Bruynooghe.
No, it's easy. It's Noël Bruynooghe.
Yeah, easy for you, Alex. I'm just going to call him Noël.
And Serge, as you mentioned, played really solid last year, and he's a real solid player, having great fundamentals, having a snooker background.
Yes, he reminded me very much of a great Australian player, John Campbell, last year. And you know, even in appearance, solid over the cue.
I just read in his profile, he was born in '79. So I thought he'd be in his 30s. And right from the start, they're looking really comfortable out there. I remember last year when Rico and I played against them. In the beginning, they were shaky. And Niels and Nick, of course, they're having a great run. Niels won the World Championship straight pool. Nick finished third in that a month later, being last week. Nick finished 5th in the World 10 Ball Championships in Manila, and Niels finished 3rd. So they're really in form, but they only flew back in yesterday and the day before yesterday, so they are jet-lagged.
Nice angle here for Serge to bring that cue ball back down towards the 9. And again, showing a lot of confidence. As great as that tandem might be, if they don't get a chance at the table, it goes for nothing. And just like that, Noël and Serge secure the first rack for Belgium. 1-0 in the race to 8. Rack number 2.
Rack 2, Belgium to break.
Noël at
Leading
the
1
table.
rack to 0.
And the order of the day, a ball down on the break. He wants to control that white. Keep it somewhere near the middle of the table. And continue to throw daggers in the hearts of all the fans here in Rotterdam. Two into the side. And he's got a chance at the 1. The 3's in the open. 4-5. Alex, this looks good.
Looks great. Murderous break. He lost the cue ball, nearly scratching the side again. Hit the rail on the same point as the break before. But at least he hit it totally committed. And they get rewarded.
The experience gained last year in tasting victory and really whipping the crowd into a frenzy. They learned from that. They loved it. They relished the feeling. You know they want to get back there again. And what better way to start things out than against the hometown heroes? No, he didn't intend cannoning into the 8, but no danger.
They want a perfect setup on the 5 ball to get perfect on the 6. They don't want to have to flirt with the 7 when pocketing the 6.
Would have liked just a bit more, I think. A little more angle, Alex. Still, should have enough here to be able to thump this in and get the cue ball out back towards the center.
Well, I think this kind of shot suits Noël. He's more of a thumper than a finesse player. Stun draw.
Oh, he's overhit it. A little too much adrenaline in that back arm. Now Serge is going to have to travel with the cue ball a little. One lax positional shot, and everything can go topsy-turvy on you.
You can draw the ball, avoiding the 9, or follow. Go in between the 9 and the corner pocket. If the long rail weren't in the way, I'd draw it. And he hasn't made his mind up yet.
Extension call.
Yeah, this is the big shot in the rack. And Serge realizes that. It was a good shot on the 6, but position was always going to be tough. A chance at a tricky bank shot or double into the side pocket. Quarterfinalists in this event last year.
I think it's makeable, the 7, but it's not a hanger and it'd be hard to control the cue ball.
Yeah, it almost looks like he's got to play it and straighten it up with a bit of right-hand spin, but he's digging in. No, he didn't take it.
Clever shot.
Yeah, opted for discretion and didn't quite keep that cue ball behind the 9. Yeah, the bank in hindsight, Alex, looking at it, the bank might not have been on offer as I first suggested. Certainly not easy.
No, it wasn't easy at all. Double kiss loomed large. It was a great effort here.
Stanchion call.
So the first ball contact for Nick. It's not an easy one. Here's Nick's wife Vanessa and his auntie. Watching with desperation still.
Well, it's not desperate yet, but it could get that way. If Belgium has their wish, it'll be desperate times for Holland.
Maybe a two-way shot, banking the 7. Great shot.
What a shot from Vandenberg there. Wow. How do you secure the initiative? Shots like that.
So you were right, the angle on the 5 was too little. And Noël overcooked the shot. They lost position. Great bank by Nick. And this is for 1-all.
And confirmed here in Rotterdam, a 1-1 score. Belgium will have to sit and watch Holland break in rack number 3.
Unbelievable.
2-1, Belgium again. 1 rack in front of Holland A team. Niels, Feijen, Nick Vandenberg would have come into this match as good favorites. But as the saying goes, the game still has to be played.
Belgium to break, leading 2 racks to 1.
And Serge Das, the taller of the 2 Belgian stars, breaking rack number 4 of a possible 15.
Great break, and on purpose, 100% foreshore, a cut break. He figured it out, and you could see Nick Vandenberg leaning over to see the contact point of where Serge was aiming, because on this table, the way it is breaking, you want to figure out what the sweet spot is. And the Belgians certainly have found it. 3 balls in, perfect position. How you like it?
Very ominous signs if you're here to support Holland. Noël and Serge look very comfortable. Well, they start getting the measure of the break, and that's something no team has really had to this point in play in the partypoker.net World Cup of Pool for 2008. And the break is such a weapon.
You play with high left, going through your rails, coming in towards the 7 ball. This is always good. You have a 2-yard margin. Serge will have to cheat the pocket slightly in order to draw the cue ball straight back. He hit it in the center of the pocket and therefore lost position slightly.
Just overdrew that a bit. Still signs from both camps that the nerves are playing a role. When you think about how cool and how composed you've got to deliver that cue through when you're fighting that tension. Well, he's not happy with that, but it's not bad. I think they'd far rather be shooting this 9 than in their chairs watching the opposition shoot it. Very missable though.
Extension called.
And effectively a 2-rack swing on this 9. Either 3-1, or if he misses it and leaves it, it's going to be 2 apiece. But that's the intended target. Probably looks a lot like a mouse's ear hole to Serge right now.
He's assessing the shot. He can either play it with a high ball, following through to the long rail with the cue ball, or play with low left. It's all personal preference.
Oh, great shot. Even Noël with a clenched fist. 3-1 it is. Belgium to break in rack 5.
Serge is now saying that if we keep on putting pressure on them, they'll start making mistakes. And as a matter of fact, Nick and Niels did take a nap in the afternoon because they're dead
Rack
tired.
5, Belgium to break, leading 3 racks to 1.
The 5th rack, Belgium 3-1 in front. Just had the quick interpretation from my co-commentator Alex Lely and the Belgian pairing, feeling that if they keep the heat on Team Holland, that they're going to extract some mistakes. Well, we're going to see. 3-1 with Noël Bruynooghe breaking right now. And that cue ball spinning. Bit of a miss hit.
Yes.
Yeah, he was focusing on power more than hitting the 1 ball clean, and thereby not hitting it straight and losing power.
Alex, we were talking just between racks that both Niels and Nick are pretty tired. They've just recently flown back from the Philippines, haven't they? Played in the World 10 ball there, and
they reached 3rd and 5th place respectively, Niels and Nick. Niels flew in last night and Nick the day before. And they were there for 10 days, so to them it now feels like 5 in the morning.
something that often is taken for granted, that these players are going to perform at such a high level. We tend to forget that they are human, and traveling between different time zones, and eventually it does take its toll.
It kind of depends on the patterns that you get, that you're confronted with in a match. As long as it's rhythmic and straightforward runouts, and you can pick up a rhythm, you won't feel the fatigue. So this is a perfect rack for Niels and Nick. No clusters.
Not the best positional shot from Nick Vandenberg there. He wanted to leave Niels a little angle. Wanted to play the 5 into the bottom right corner as we look from our camera angle.
I think Niels will still play it for the bottom right corner, because then he has a margin, because he plays it parallel to the long rail. It can slide in even when not hit properly. Ooh,
that was a long ways out. Alex barely threatened the pocket. And look at that 5 pulling back into the corner.
He did pull the trigger real quick.
Yes, missed this by some margin. Never even caught the jaws. And Noël and Serge, what they were discussing between racks, we're seeing a little evidence.
Which in turn creates some pressure for the Belgians, because now they're becoming the favorite for this match.
Well, that was a shake of the head. No prizes for guessing who's he's here to support. Quite possibly the pressure being shown by both sides now. They'd be very familiar with each other, wouldn't they? This matchup.
Niels and Serge, they practice a lot together, and actually they're the same type of player. Really controlled, composed, good skills. But this is, I don't see a real good safety.
Extension call.
They won't have anywhere near the international experience that Vandenberg and Feijen would have, though.
Oh, well, Serge and Noël, they play all the Euro Tours. But they don't play Manila, they don't play the US Open, of course. It's a huge difference, but it's just one match, race to 8. It's about hard, and Niels and Nick, they want to attack, they don't see a safety. Niels likes to shoot this ball jacked up, but Niels is good when he's elevating the cue. And I think Nick wants to play this with a high ball to the lower left pocket. They're going for it. Good option.
Well, good option if it goes in, Alex.
Yeah, still, but I didn't see a save. So you're down 3-1.
But what sort of message does that send to your opponents? It just looked like a desperate attempt at a very low percentage effort. Yeah, when I see my opponent, I remember when I played, when I saw my opponent starting to throw his cue at things, I started to get a little bit more confident.
Yeah, but the only option they had was play sort of a negative safety, whereby you probably leave the opponent a bank shot.
One more good positional shot from Serge. Wants to bring that cue ball closer to the 9.
He has to hit it clean. These pockets play pretty tight. It's a new Brunswick Gold Crown 5 tournament edition. Has to hit it clean. Good shot. I thought he was going to draw it straight back. So Noël to sink the 9 ball, and they'd be halfway.
And he gets it. 4-1, as you said, halfway home. Belgium controlling proceedings here against Holland.
host nation under pressure in this year's World Cup of Pool. They trail neighbours Belgium 5-2. It's a race to 8 and Holland are feeling the heat in this first round match. Commentary comes from Jim White and Dutchman Alex Lee.
Belgium 6-2 in front. Holland
9, Belgium to break,
completely
leading
surrounded
6
by
racks to 2.
confusion right now. All the Dutch fans here at the Outland nightclub in Rotterdam wondering if they're going to go home disappointed, because it certainly looks that way now. A long way back for Holland. And Belgium at the table. Serge Das looking to take them one step closer.
Where's the cue ball going? Well, they're getting rewarded for their play. This is a good roll, but they're playing better than Holland. 7 balls tied up.
That's the ball right now, the brown 7 next to the 9 as they all come to rest. That's the key ball in this rack.
And they'll be dealing with that when they get to the 5 ball. Oh, he's looking to go into it right now. He can draw from the 2 ball, 2 rails, going around the 5.
If he contacts that 7 flush, he's going to land right on the 3. He'll have pretty much put this rack at his mercy. Well. So he's moved the 7 and put the 5 into the danger zone. Still, the same problem exists.
They're looking to see if the 5-9 is lined up for the corner, but I don't think it is.
Extension call.
I would try to get close to the upper short rail with the cue ball.
Seconds, you get 40 seconds
To have a good angle, natural angle from the 4 to come down table.
Serge's nickname, Dassy. Well, does that mean anything in Belgian?
No, not that I'm aware of, but Niels Feijen, they're buddies. He calls him the surgeon. I like that better.
Well, at least we know what that means, Dassy. Who knows?
And Noël is called Golden Eye. And he just told me why, because this is a story. His name is Bruynooghe, which means brown-eyed. And he won a little golden 9-ball once in a tournament. So they now call him Golden Eye, and it was a good effort. Good effort by Noël. But he'd be more of a renegade or a street fighter, because that's what he did before becoming a pool player.
I remember last year you telling me about that, and I thought to myself, well, pretty good prerequisite if you want to move into top flight pool. If you're a street fighter and you can handle yourself and the nerves, I guess this is a walk in the park. And we're talking about Noël, Brown Eyes, Bruynooghe.
Going for a bank.
Serge Das at the table now. What a shot. What a brave shot. Well executed and fully deserving.
This requires a delicate hit from Noël. Pinch it. Nicely done.
They're not making many mistakes, Alex, and they don't look like missing.
No, this is like a replay from last year when they beat Rico and me and Taiwan. I mean, for some reason, the opponents don't come into the match being fully focused, it seems. Maybe hand them 1 or 2 opportunities too many. But in this match, actually, they came in good. They didn't start out shaky. And if they're gonna reach the hill, it'll be a big mountain to climb for Nick and Niels. 7-2 down.
And especially that they've given us really nothing with which to build any confidence. I mean, would they be capable of putting 6 racks in a row together? Not from what I've seen. Oh, he's going to be a little closer to his work. And that's a shot where I think he just wanted to get close to the 9, assuming it would drop into a pocket, and he's landed, as they say, on the 50-yard line. And this is very missable. And for a 7-2 lead, side pocket. He's got it. 7-2 it is. Belgium will be breaking for the match. 7-2. Don't adjust your sets, you've heard me right. 7-2 to Belgium over the heavily fancied A team from Holland.
Rack 10, Belgium to break, leading 7 racks to 2.
Fresh off great performances in events in North America, events in Manila. Niels Feijen, Nick Vandenberg come into this with lofty expectations. And they might be departing the Outland nightclub with their tails between their legs. Noël Bruynooghe and Serge 7-2 and breaking for the win. And look at this, like a parting of the sea. Everything splits to leave a path through to the 1.
Yeah, they have it coming their way, just like in the break before this. Well, this shot is a little harder than in the previous rack.
With one big shot, could lay the foundation for a huge victory here, and here it is. If he thumps this in, gets on that 3 ball, Alex, I fear the worst for your pals. Oh, he played cushion first.
Not leaving a shot, is he? Is he?
No, I think he's just left the edge of that 1. He might be able to just slice this in, but position, that's a different story.
But it would be absolute horror, Jim, if Nick and Niels lose here. The Dutch fans have been looking forward to this tournament for months now. And really, really believing that our guys would, you know, snap it.
Well, it'd be a monumental comeback from this stage. It's 7-2.
Extension called.
They're far from in the role of favorites now. And you just wonder how many times the winning line is going to be presented to Belgium.
That's one step at a time, Jim. You said it. Just want to see some more pull here.
Yeah, but I'm in the commentary box, Alex. It's a lot easier up here. Oh, that's what a shot. Great effort. Couldn't have played that any better.
Dus Berg van Leeuwen en Arjen van Straten from the Billiard Federation. They coach the ladies and the youth. Anxious looks by them and a focused look by Nick. they should be feeling free now. When you're down in a match like they are now, sometimes all of a sudden you start playing freely.
Very similar shot that Niels Feijen missed earlier in the match. Bottom right corner. That's the target pocket for this 4. We'll see if Nick can go one better.
Did not want to try to come over the side pocket to the long row, would make the shot much harder. He played to make it, choosing the most comfortable tip position. Trusting on Niels' shot making.
Looks like they're going to stave off elimination for the time being, but they do have to string some racks together.
And if Nick sinks his 9-ball, we'll be hearing a big cheer by the Dutch fans.
There they are, trying to push their boys on. 7-3, 5 remain. Holland lead them all.
Welcome back to the PartyPoker.net World Cup of Pool. It's Holland's A team against Belgium for a place in the last 16. It's a race to 8 and the Dutch are in trouble at 7-3 down.
Rack number 11. Nigel Rees handing the cue ball to Feijen. He and Vandenberg backs against the wall now. 7-3 in favor of Belgium. And a dry break. One of the few we've seen in the match. But thankfully for Holland, no clear look at the one to be able to get aggressive. But it certainly does offer Belgium the chance to take the initiative. A good attacking safety here, the order of the day, Alex.
Clip it, 2 rails towards the 7. I would suggest, but before Serge fooled me, then I don't know what to call. I just want to mention that I overheard Niels and Nick talk about how to break on this table, and they said, well, maybe you can break a little softer than we thought before, and Niels took a lot off of the break. But clearly, no result. Good shot by Serge. Really simple safety.
And now, vital not only to contact the one from Vandenberg, but can't leave a shot. Look at the position of all the balls on the table. Everything's on the table, all 9 colors, but in the open. There's nothing tied up. That just makes this hit and getting it safe that much more significant. And you can see where he's looking. He's looking at the 2 cushion escape. Side cushion, bottom cushion. Again, the contact on the 1, key.
Way, Nicky, what a shot. Perfect shot.
Well, it was the contact that he wanted, though, Alex, because he wanted to take that cue ball up table.
Exactly what he was looking at.
Certainly didn't expect to get the 1 because the 2 is at the same end, and it's really just going to, well, having said that, if there's a shot here where you can play this 2, the 3, nearest the cue ball, so one good shot here from Niels could bring that cue ball up for the 3 if he gets this. Oh, what a shot. And that'll do. That's not bad at all. Oh, there's 2 shots that Holland has just come with. If nothing else, they're letting Belgium know that they're not going to go away meekly into the night, are they?
Great shots. Well, like I said, they are in a stroke. They're playing phenomenally last 2-3 months. And this is again the 3 ball that Nick has missed.
Same pocket. And again, same result. He's overcut it. I wonder if Nick Vandenberg had all those negative seeds firmly implanted in his brain before he struck that. Now, is this worth taking a go?
Yes.
At 7-3?
Yes, of course.
At 7-7, do you go for it?
Still, yeah. I think a safety here is hard. But I'm sitting in the box. I'm not playing. I would just make it, cinch it. With outside, just trying to make the 3 and hit the 4 or the 9 after. I would choose the easiest way for me to make a successful shot.
Well, they're taking a lot of time. They've already used their extension. He's got it. He's got it now. Is he lucky? Does he drop on the 4? Does he ever? What a shot from Noël Bruynooghe there. Thin as a whisker.
Well, if they hold their nerve and run out this table, they have really deserved it. They've come with all the shots during this match.
And you know something? Nick Vandenberg has to feel terrible because the 2 missed 3s were the ones that really punished Holland. When Vandenberg missed that 3 nearly going of this, it gave Belgium the initiative and a chance to surge well in front and put Holland under pressure. And the missed 3 here could be the last shot that they play in this event. A painful memory to have to take away. But I think that's what he's going to have to start accepting.
And the fans will have to shift their attention and hopes towards Team B, being Roy Gerards and Gijs van Helmond. They'll be playing Taiwan.
Sorry, have you got something in your mouth there, Alex? Take that chewing gum out. I promise you I'm going to have you in the commentary box when that match is on, because I'm not pronouncing those names. Nicely on the 8. One good positional shot. Noël, early celebration perhaps. And it is going to be there. The upset, the biggest thus far. And a convincing result, no less. It's 8-3 Belgium over the A team from Holland. Niels, Feijen and Nick Vandenberg relegated to the spectator seats. Belgium through 8-3.
They played pretty good and we didn't really get going. I think Nick and me were still a little bit tired from the flight back and the jet lag, and Belgium got off to a good start and they kept the pressure on us, and they broke around out 3 times, and yeah, they played nice.
We made some tough shots, but you got to make the easy ones too, and that's what we didn't do. And yeah, I'm disappointed we lost. It was in a blink of an eye. It was 8-3 and then you're out.
Everybody thinks, of course, that they are going to win because they are the favorites, and we are the underdog, and I like that because, well, we play without any pressure. At least I do. I don't know about Noël, but I feel very good. Except, and I'm still a little bit sick, but you can hear it in my voice. But for the rest, it's, well, very excited.